from 2012 to now. And that was his history. From his first title to what he is now. And you wanted to make an argument against Barry was walking out the ocean. About that when he was walking out the ocean and he said, magnificent view. Remember that? I remember that. The smoke. And that was, you know, that.
On the latest edition of Stephen A. Smith Show, the ESPN personality and Shannon Sharpe discussed every detail on what has been going on with Floyd Mayweather, including his bankruptcy claims, his departure from the States, his scam deals, and the viral social media post from 50 Cent.
It ain't good to make all that money if you ain't got any of it to keep for yourself, bro. When you look at the Vegas casinos, just think twice about going down there yourself. That's all. Send your boys to do it for you. Order room service. Chill out, do something. Anything but gamble, bro. Keep your money. Because as great as you are, I got news for you.
He rolled up on me in a black SUV and rolled the window down.
That's true. That's true. That was scary. I thought he was gonna shoot. I thought it was a drive-by. It was a damn. I thought it was a damn drive-by. It scared the living hell out of me. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's an absolutely true story. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to.
Stephen A. Smith claimed he got most of this insider information from one of Floyd Mayweather's former assistants, who left his team, but maintains close contact with many of his current workers. To start, he assured viewers on the show that Floyd Mayweather was truly broke. And he explained that brokenness wasn't his inability to afford some luxurious and expensive items, but the fact that he was in so much debt that he wouldn't be able to settle the debts with all he has.
I owe that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably...
He said, I've got proof, many proofs that Floyd Mayweather is truly broke. And this is not to say he lacks money at all. He still has everything, but his debts would eat up all he has if he's to pay them all.
Deliverables dates.
Wow, no, they like, call him Money Mayweather.
Bro,
where's your money?
He's walking around in women's Fendi clothing, taking, no disrespect.
Shannon then highlighted that Floyd Mayweather was owing a huge 8-figure sum in tax payments, dating back to 2017 when he fought Conor McGregor, which was one of the highest grossing boxing fights in history, with 3 million pay-per-view buys, making it only second to Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, you know they're gonna happen. He to go. He to go.
He's not.
Say it with me.
He's not.
He to go.
He's not. I just got off the phone with MJ last night just to remind him.
You should have hung up on him.
Just to remind him. I hung up on MJ.
Yeah. Say go.
The blasphemy coming out of your mouth right now. Okay, it's okay. You can believe that. You can believe that.
The man still going strong at 21. But we'll do. I'm sure. You know what?
For some reason, Floyd Mayweather kept escaping tax punishments over the years. But on this, Stephen A. Smith pointed out a crucial fact that was reported to him. This isn't to say he has not paid taxes over the last 8 years. He has done some good millions, but he's done nothing compared to what he's meant to pay. While he has a gigantic tax bill to sort, his flashy lifestyle has not helped matters. This was particularly unimpressive for Shannon Sharpe, who feels Floyd Mayweather pays too much attention to the little boy in him and is yet to assume the role of a father.
Don't need to be nobody.
Here's what's gonna hurt you. Here's what's gonna hurt you. Because you see, when you talking like that, people are like, but that. No, I'm gonna sit back and let you talk. And then I'm gonna say, you finished? You sure?
No.
And then you're gonna be like, nah. And I'm gonna say, you gotta wait now, because I waited. Here I come.
Probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars in the same deal.
It's sad to see a father act that way. How then does he lead his kids? Take the flashy lifestyle out of Floyd, and he'll be doing comfortably well without debts. Floyd Mayweather has cars that he probably wouldn't use in years and jewelries he wouldn't wear often. He splashed money on both unimportant and important things. Well, Stephen A. Smith had something to say about this. While Floyd Mayweather has always shown up as one of the world's biggest real estate ambassadors, Stephen A. Smith confessed that this isn't exactly the case with Floyd Mayweather.
And you have to deal with the tsunami that I'm gonna rain down upon you when it comes, especially to that subject.
Every noise he makes about real estate investments are total lies. His only investments are clothes, shoes, and cars, and even a toddler knows those ain't no investments. This claim was backed up by the discovery of federal agents once they got into the home of Floyd Mayweather. Homeland Security agents invaded his home amidst this controversy, and while he was nowhere to be found, the federal agents were able to discover many strange things in his house and see some important items from the house.
Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
First, several fake real estate documents were found in Mayweather's custody. There were several unauthorized property documents that Mayweather has used in deceiving many individuals, businesses, and organizations. Alongside the real estate documents, there were also jewelries that were seized as the house was locked, while all the inhabitants were told to vacate the premises until they fetch out Floyd Mayweather, who was no longer in the country at the time. The most prominent real estate document the federal agents found was the document of the $400 million property he claimed to have gotten in Manhattan, New York City. Upon proper findings, it was revealed that it was all a lie.
You told me the storm was coming. Right. See, your storm happened for 9 years, then took 2 years off. Right. And it happened for 3 years, and took another 3 years off. Right. And then it kind of just was like drizzling. Right. My storm been going for 21 years raining.
Right. You can say that.
Shannon Sharpe reiterated how Mayweather announced his biggest single deal to date, the purchase of a sprawling portfolio of 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Floyd Mayweather was emphatic when saying that all the buildings belonged to him and that he had no partners involved. Mayweather proclaimed in a video posted on his Instagram account that also included a slideshow of him touring some of the buildings. He also claimed that all the retail that was shown on the buildings all belonged to him.
The problem is we don't get to ignore those first 7 or 8 years where there were a couple of occasions where one, he was accused of quitting, and I don't believe that, by the way.
No,
I don't believe
they
that.
accused Noah of drunkenness.
No. I'm talking about his
God still gave him the heart.
I got you, but I feel you. But it's true, but it's still accused of drunkenness. Oh. But the point is,
his final statement was, "Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves." For the weirdest reasons, Mayweather posted that his real estate investment firm, Veda Properties, paid $402 million for the properties. Yet according to reports from Stephen A., the boxer's bold claims do not appear to match reality. A month after Mayweather's announcement, none of the buildings have changed hands. According to New York City property records, which are usually updated within days of a sale, several experts said a deal to sell the properties outright to Mayweather does not seem imminent.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
I know you like to make money. You're never gonna stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
Based on Shannon Sharpe's claims, the NYC Housing Partnership, a nonprofit group that is a partner in a majority of the properties to help them qualify for tax breaks and grants and preserve the affordability of the portfolio's apartments, said through a spokesman that it has not been alerted of a pending sale. The spokesman claimed the housing partnership had not been advised of any sale, pending sale, or change in ownership. Generally, the partnership would be advised of the transfer and would be party to the transfer. That has not occurred. Stephen A. Smith also revealed that a person directly involved in the deal with Mayweather said that Mayweather had purchased a small minority ownership interest in the portfolio, with options to expand that stake over time or acquire the buildings in their entirety.
Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on.
It is not clear if Mayweather will exercise those options. The person asked to remain anonymous to speak about a confidential arrangement with Mayweather. Also, a spokesman from Black Spruce Management, which is the real estate company that owns majority of the buildings in the portfolio, said in a statement that Floyd Mayweather continues to be a reliable partner and a great ambassador for affordable housing. To date, Mayweather has performed on all of his obligations. The chief executive of the Orbach Group, Meyer Orbach, a firm that owns the remaining handful of buildings in the portfolio, according to public records, did not respond to multiple calls and emails. Asked about acquisition, Eyal Frist, the chief executive officer of Veda Properties, Mayweather's property firm, got on a telephone call who introduced himself as James McNair, an executive involved in Mayweather's business ventures.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Surprisingly, the man's voice, however, was starkly different from existing recordings of McNair. The person insisted that Mayweather had acquired the portfolio, but declined to discuss details of the transaction on the record. He said that Mayweather had lived in affordable housing as a child and had been drawn to the properties in part because they include rent-regulated apartments.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money.
He also said he felt that it's so cool because he gives back to the community and he makes money. And once that clicked in his head, he was like, I want to buy it all. McNair did not respond to calls and text messages. Lawyers for Mayweather did not respond to requests for comment. The deal is one of several large real estate investments that Mayweather has touted. A chance encounter more than a decade ago appears to have helped Mayweather make some high-placed connections in commercial real estate. At a Knicks game, Mayweather happened to sit next to Jeff Sutton, a major owner of Manhattan retail space, and Andrew Mathias, who was then a senior executive at the large commercial landlord SL Green. The men hit it off and developed a friendship, according to 2 people who were present at that introduction. Both wound up counseling Mayweather on real estate investments.
I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grant.
In a podcast interview in 2022, Mayweather said that during his boxing career, with the help of his former manager Al Heyman and my Jewish friends and my white friends, he initially invested $5 million in commercial real estate and began to net $50K a month in proceeds, an impressive 12% return on his money. He suggested during that interview that he held a stake in One Vanderbilt, a 400-foot-tall Manhattan office tower controlled by SL Green. Mayweather said that he was a part of the project, adding incorrectly that the skyscraper is the tallest building in New York City.
In 36 months, with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month.
What investment is that?
In real estate. I'm heavy in real estate. Even though I got a lot of cash, OPM. You don't always have to use your money. That's why it's very important for y'all to make sure y'all keep y'all credit right.
The man who spoke to Business Insider claiming to be James McNair said that Mayweather had invested $88 million into roughly 20 loans that SL Green had originated and that were tied to commercial properties in the city. He said the company lent the money out as mezzanine debt, a type of higher interest rate loan sometimes used in real estate investments. According to the person, it was a nice opportunity for them to make money for Floyd, who they have a great deal of respect for. And at the same time, it was also a good marketing opportunity for SL Green to be associated with him.
So, Floyd, man, like, you got everything, you got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses, you got, what's next?
What I'm working on now, I don't really want for nothing.
Alexandra Zarchi, a spokeswoman for SL Green, said in an email, "We don't comment on questions regarding individual investors. But aside the revelation regarding his false properties, Mayweather also has troubles with a jewelry store. Like he's doing a debt campaign from place to place, Floyd Mayweather was recently sued by a jewelry store for owing them money for years. This is alongside several other debts he owes to companies who have called him for brand deals, ambassadorial deals, and many others.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
Got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only for the best for the champ.
Now when you guys come here, if you want to hang.
If there is something that distinguishes Floyd Mayweather Jr., it is his untamed taste for jewelry. However, this hobby is also costly, even for the fortune of the former champion, who has recently been involved in legal problems as he was sued for $1 million debt with a jeweler. The former world champion, whose net worth is actually unknown, but always pinned around $450 million, is often seen loaded with ostentatious accessories such as chains, watches, and bracelets, among others. It is usual to see him showing off his lifestyle on social media, where he shares photos of his private jet trips and expensive car collection. All of this has earned Mayweather the nickname Money. However, according to jeweler Leonard Suleimanov, the famous nickname is not reflected when it comes to the former boxer having to pay his bills. According to a lawsuit filed in a federal court in Miami, Mayweather and rapper Tyga, one of his closest friends, owe Suleimanov around $4 million for unpaid jewelry.
Pushing each other to be great instead of arguing on social media. That's just my opinion. And push each other in a positive way. And, I found myself in the past, the younger Floyd Mayweather, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now. I couldn't ask to be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people.
Specifically, the jeweler's lawsuit claims that Mayweather and Tyga violated the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization Act. It accuses the boxer and musician of fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and theft. Suleimanov claims that Mayweather has not paid him for luxury watches from the Audemars Piguet, Richard Mille, Patek Philippe, and Rolex Presidential Day-Date brands, a diamond ring, and a diamond chain. Tyga, for his part, owes him a Rolex. The jeweler claimed in the lawsuit that Mayweather had only paid him $267K in 2 down payments before he delivered the merchandise. He claims that he met once with the boxer and rapper to settle the debt at the request of Mayweather's agent, Jonah Recknitz.
Social media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly, truly blessed, way beyond belief. What's important to me right now is my real estate, my family, different things I'm involved with. It's all about helping kids, the new generation, surpass Floyd Mayweather and be a better Floyd Mayweather. So, everything that I did, in a past if it was something.
However, he did not receive the payment and the defendants reportedly asked him for more jewelry. On this occasion, he sold them another 10 Rolex Presidential Anniversary, a Rolex Day-Date 40, and another Richard Mille. Tyga allegedly offered to pay $79K for the Day-Date, but never did. In the lawsuit, the jeweler explained that the watches were worth $1.8 million, while the chain and ring cost $2 million. Mayweather has not responded to the lawsuit, but has already been seen in public with the ring and chain and has even posted photos with them on his social media.
I feel like as you get older, you have to look at things in a different way. My son this year is 26 years old. So in 4 years, my son will be 30. Then my daughter will be 29 in the 4 years. So I have, grandchildren. So the same thing I was doing 10 years ago, I can't be doing now. Even 5 years ago, I can't be doing now. It's all about growth, and I'm growing every day.
Yeah, man.
With the lawsuit already in court, it's only a matter of time before Money Mayweather has to present his side of the story. From that point on, everything will be in the hands of the judge. However, this return is marked by so much chaos surrounding the boxing legend, as his initial opponent was his old rival, Victor Ortiz also. Stephen A. Smith revealed that Floyd Mayweather also owes a debt of $1 million in Mexico after he refused to show up at a conference some months ago. The money man had obligations to appear as scheduled, even if only via video link, to address the Mexican media as promised. However, the 5-weight world champion was nowhere to be found. The events really fell flat, with bemused organizers and journalists gathered in a room for no reason with the presence of top professional boxers like Jaime Munguia. Ben Thompson stated that this was due to Ortiz having the same representative as John Gotti III and favoring that rematch over a second helping of the 2011 professional fight. Stephen A.'s colleague, ESPN's Salvador Rodriguez, who was present at the press conference, confirmed that several top boxing professionals were in attendance, but Floyd honored their invite, despite receiving $1 million beforehand. Again, Mayweather announced the event before no further information came from the ex-pound-for-pound king. It was confirmed that Mayweather did not go to Mexico, did not confirm the conference as promised, and subsequently deleted the Mexico poster and workout information from Instagram. The CDMX government, who were pushing to help the event occur in the late summer, were said to be disappointed with how things transpired. It got so bad that fans and media had fired shots at the boxing legend, as they wondered what was going on in the mind of Mayweather when he was reportedly being paid $1 million just to show up at the media event. According to reports by WBN, Mayweather's absence from the press conference left organizers and journalists bewildered, with no explanation provided for his no-show. The CDMX government, which had been actively involved in facilitating the event, expressed disappointment over the turn of events, casting a shadow over Mayweather's reputation and the future of his exhibition matches in Mexico. There aren't many around Mayweather who can clarify what is going on with the boxing legend, who has flown out of the country for safety. In times like this, such discussion between Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe is one of that can be trusted, and that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.